Hello, I'm here in a woodland on the edge of Bracknell looking for bluebells, because there is a surprising amount of local bluebell woods, really. Well, remnants of them anyway, because a lot of them, as you might be able to see over there, have been encroached upon by building in the last couple of decades. But there's still a nice amount of bluebells around, regardless. So, yeah, this is one of the more lesser known ones, but I think it's got more of a charm to it because of, obviously, it's not trampled or abused in the more popular locations, but you never know. But yeah, anyway, I'll spin you around and you can see what I'm here for. This is somewhat at the beginning of the season of bluebells, so a lot of them aren't fully out, as you might be able to see, like this one, these ones. But there are a decent carpet of ones here and there, so it might not be completely fruitless, but this looks like it might be a good starting point for today's shoot. This sort of silver birch oak combo, which I've seen very rarely. This is weird. They're like intertwined with each other. See? So yeah, I'll see what sort of shot I can get here. I might walk around the other side, but hopefully I can get some decent shot to start. But unfortunately, it looks like the morning light is actually somewhat diminishing now, and the forecast doesn't actually look like it's going to be all that brilliant. It's not going to rain, but it will probably be a bit of a dull day, but sometimes you have the flat light actually helps, so hopefully we can get things started, and I will, once I've found a composition, I will come back. I think I've got my first composition on the sunny side of the tree for one, and I think there's one from the other direction too. Today I'm working with my 24 to 70 on my Z6 and although I actually took my 14 to 24 out of my bag, which, looking at this shot, I might have actually needed. So this is my first shot. The sun's come out a little bit again, so hopefully it will give me a bit of brightness and I'll have at least one decently lit shot for today. But this is the first shot we've got. Yeah, here we got the path coming in under there, and these two trees intertwined with the bluebells around them. I think it looks pretty nice from this angle. Got a leading line, nicely lit from the side. And yeah, so that's the first shot. Okay, I'm going around the other side now. The sun's going back in again to grab this from the other side, because I think it will be easier with this sort of slightly overcast light than having it as a almost full sun, as the shadows won't be as harsh. So I'll set you down over here, and let's have a look at what we can get in the composition department. This is going to be awkward with the bright sky, and I don't know if it's going to work with the other oak tree right behind it, because you can see like right there through the middle of it, sort of distracting with it coming out from either side. So the other shot might actually be better overall, but I'll try my best. I might be able to cover it with the trunks a bit more if I go to a slightly different angle, but obviously that means being in a different spot, which means different other problems. No, I think it will. I think we're only going to get the other one out, actually, because the more I look at it, the more that the trees being distracting. So I'm going to keep it. It's just that first shot, and I'll put it on the screen now. Anyway, I'm going to go deeper into the woods over that way, and after a chat with a dog walker, there might actually be more bluebells that I hadn't actually known about, because I knew about this from a year or two back, but I didn't know bluebells yonder. So we'll make our way down there, and then we'll have a look to see how, and apparently it's better than this end, so hopefully it's pretty good. So I'll pack up my stuff and we'll be on our way again. I came here from my mate's house, which he literally lives about a minute that way, but I won't name him. And yeah, I just happened upon this when I left his house, and I was like, oh, there's a woods over there. I wonder if it's got any bluebells this time of year. And to my luck, it did. So I had a good old nosy about, and it was actually quite nice the time I came here. But I think last time it was only, I don't know if it was as late in the year as this. The unfortunate thing around this bit though, which is always a delicate balance, is when you look and you see all these bluebells all socked in with brambles about to explode up all over the place. And yeah, it's either them or it's the bracken coming up as well. But look at all the flowers you can see within the bracken and brambles over there, and it's the same over this side, which is a shame. But some years the bluebells come up late and other stuff comes up early, so it's all just a waiting game really. So you can't really get too bummed out about it, because it is what it is really, and you can't do anything about it. So it is what it is. Maybe next year. Anyway, onwards. second wood, looking through where I currently am, and this is the bigger of the two woods, and I'm just currently perusing the views. It seems to be... Hello! Doggy. Seems to be decent in places, but quite overgrown already, which might be a bit of a problem, but we'll just have to work with it. So I'll see what we can find and what we've got to work with. Right, we're now probably at the deepest part of the woods, and probably is looking the most promising. It's still quite messy, but it's not as overgrown with the brambles and the bracken down this end. There's quite a few, what are these? Beech trees, I think. They're sort of like the ones that are been coppiced, or the coppicing type ones where they all come up in little fans. But yeah, hopefully we can find a decent thing going on here. It's just trying to find the order in the chaos is usually the case, and then hopefully we can get something decent. That's lovely. Some sort of deer carcass there. Lovely. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just looking for some sort of tree stump or a nice sort of layout of trees, but the thing is it's quite hard to separate them in these sort of quite chaotic woods, so it's a bit of a pain right now. And it's and the thing is also is like you don't want to go in and crush them all, so it's hard finding places. Sometimes you see you see some potential, but it's right in the middle of some other stuff, and it's not like you can use your telephoto lens to zoom past stuff because you can't get the right angle on it to make it a decent shot to begin with. So it's a bit of a pain in the arse, but I'm sure there's something here because it's way too big to find nothing. I've actually found a shot here, and I'll show you while the sun's still out. There's some nice light that was hitting the bottom of this silver birch, and I've got this sort of down low shot, and there's a bit of a spotlight on it, and yeah, it's not much, but it's a start. So hopefully with this sun starting to appear again, I might actually get a bit more in the way of shots, because it's, well, like I do like the sort of spotlight effect, because that's why like sometimes around like sunset you can actually get quite nice shots, and sunrise obviously, but you can get shots, and then you can use the natural lighting effect of the spotlight to create a shot where there wasn't a shot otherwise. Just like this would just be a standard tree shot, wouldn't it? Just two silver birches in the middle of the bluebells, but it doesn't look anything special. It probably isn't, but it looks better with the sun spotlight on it than it did without. I'll put the silver birch picture up on the screen now. I found another decent looking area right now. Here's the backlit angle right now. I'm pretty sure there's a shot here, but we're just going to have to finesse it a bit. I think I'm going to have to follow the path around a little bit to untangle the trees at the back to make it less busy. But yeah, it's starting to look a bit better now in the options department. But yeah, hopefully I might have to put my 7200 on if I can't get the reach on it. So I'll see what I can organise out of this stuff, and then I'll get back to you. Here's what I've managed to find for the area that I showed in the previous clip. It's actually shooting under this beech or hazel, whatever it is, to the ones that are up here. It's the silver birch in the middle with the hazels either side as a 3, and I think it looks pretty good. I'm currently on, what we got, ISO 1000, because it's, as always, woodlands are much darker than they look. F8 and 1/320th, and I'll show you my back screen. That's what I've got, and yeah, I think with the patch of light on it, it's actually looking pretty nice. So hopefully I can get a decent shot here, and then I think I'm coming to the end of what is the loop. So I think it's going to be more of a just head back and go to the other bit of the wood. So yeah, I'll just finish up here and then we'll get over to the other bit. This will probably be my last shot for the moment in this wood. I found a nice knobbly silver birch and a couple of falling trees in the background, and the sun's just catching them nicely. The shot is something like this, with the main tree on the left and then the background trees on the right to balance it out. And yeah, I just like how the texture of the tree comes out on this one. We're now in the smaller of the two woods, and some bits are actually quite a bit clearer than the other one. And the first subject I found is this twisty looking oak, which looks like it might be a decent option. So I'll spin it around and I'll show you. Yeah, it's just right here. Here's the it'll probably be a portrait aspect shot to get that, just because it lends itself to it, because there's a bit of a rhododendron over there and some encroaching stuff here. So I'll get it all lined up, and then I'll I'll show you. I've actually found one of the widest views I've seen so far today of the Bluebell woods, and it's alright, it's nothing amazing, but what drew my eye is the U shape of the trees over there, with this Y-shaped tree on the left, and then the tree just behind it, and also that silver birch just behind it, sort of making a natural V or U shape, and then the other silver birch at the back sort of mirroring the other one at the back. So yeah, hopefully we'll get some more brightness come along soon. The cloud is starting to break up, but it's not doing amazing right now. There's some darker ones and some what's it called, some lighter parts of the sky, but a couple of blue patches, but I think it's just going to have to be a little bit of a wait. Yeah, here's the shot with a bit of brightness now back in the scene. Certainly gives it a bit more impact than it being just flat. So I'll put my shot on screen now that it's come back out again, and I think we're moving on. I'm now at the second wood, but unfortunately the cloud has now filled in and it's gone to quite a hazy sort of flat light. So, and this particular wood is quite a hidden gem. It's probably the clearest out of all the local Bluebell woods. So I'd like to do this place justice rather than getting it when it's not looking its best. So I'll sign off, and this will be part one of the Bluebell series, coming over the next week or two, I guess, until they get covered up by all the brambles and the ferns, as they always do. And so until the next one, bye.